If you could be quiet until 7:56.
Okay, I will.
7:56?
Yeah.
That's an hour, okay?
That's an hour. See, he keeps on flinching every.
For an hour. You're gonna have to just chill. If you want to be down here, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to do your own thing for a little
Okay,
bit.
I'll be quiet, my girl. Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Alright, man.
Alright, you can't say a single word.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Done.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
When you think of 2021, what was the first thing that comes to your mind? Like, first thing of this year that comes to your mind?
Patience. I think I learned patience the most out of everything else this year, just for the simple fact that I had to work a lot. I didn't make the most money this year. Something that I really tried to like hone up on and just try and get together. So I've been taking a lot of jobs. I've been able to get a lot of opportunities, because of you and stuff. Getting on set, doing movies and music videos that I never thought I'd even be a part of. So, everything was also like a learning experience. I think also this year was also my year of actually like finding myself as an artist. Since I've been leveling up everything else around my music besides my actual music, I feel like now that everything else is in place, I feel like I could actually hone in on like what I really want my music to sound like. And now that I'm able to do that, I'm ready for 2022 and what it has in store.
What like, what was one of the biggest? Like, you said you learned patience. What was like one of the things that really tested that patience from this year?
The biggest things that tested the patience aspect of my life this year is definitely the jobs that I was having before I found, the actual music videos and movie sets. Because I was going from working an electrician job that I hated and I was walking in the freezing cold every day to get to. And then I was doing the welding thing, which I kind of liked, but I didn't really want to do because it wasn't like, I didn't want that to be my life. And it was kind of getting to that point where like I was only going to be a construction guy. And like throughout that whole time, I was still trying to maintain a music career. So it's like, it's kind of hard to have all of these different life, these chapters happening when there's still a whole chapter that's not done yet, So it was definitely like, it was hard to get up to where we are now, basically,
Yeah. Do you feel like it's gone easier managing, like, they're not even 9 to 5s, they're like very, but do you think it's gone easier to manage, like, working and managing the music, or?
Especially now, like talking about now, yeah, just sort of the simple fact that now this job that I'm doing now just caters to me as an artist more. Because now, we're working on the biggest project that we've ever worked on. And that's only because of the connections that I've been able to get through you and through my work. So, I mean, it's like, this job is perfect. The hours are long, yes. Do I eat some days? No. But do I give a fuck? No. Like, I don't care. So, whatever we got coming up and whatever's happening down the line, I already know that it's going to be towards where we need to go. Like, I'm never worried that it's going to be anything going in reverse.
Only forward?
I only see forwards. Only see forwards. Yeah, I get a little bit in my head sometimes, like, and I'm not sure like if it's actually the right direction, but I try my best to try and stay afloat and try and go in the right direction, especially now.
What would you, so it's been like 6 months since Raw 2 came out. So reflect on like what that album like meant for you making it and just seeing like how it was perceived, because it's been doing pretty good, like compared, you said, right?
Yeah, it's at like 12,000 streams now, which is all right. Like I definitely think I could put up more. I definitely think my music could put up like 1,000,000 times more than that. But like I said, like that's the first time something like that has happened in a while. So I'm very blessed and I'm very happy that I'm seeing the numbers go back up. Especially when it's music that I think is my best brand of music to ever come out. Like 2021 was definitely a statement year. For not mostly for myself and a couple people, but it's going to be like 2022, 2025. Though those years are going to be like, oh, people are going to realize now, like, oh shit, like this is slouch.
Do you feel like you're in a very like building block type of thing where you can see like the things that you're building towards?
Oh, absolutely. Because I keep learning how to do things. You know, I get very anxious, and my ADHD also has a big part of it. It's like if I don't understand how to do something, sometimes like I just completely like erase it from my mind, because I think it's so hard. I think it's impossible until I actually sit down and I do it, and then I just continue to do it. Like since I know that I could do it, so we're gonna be going crazy with the visuals, going crazy with the content. Just trying to get my name out there as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, 100%.
Do more shows too, like more showcases and stuff. I'm already talking to Cardona, Amari, Pat Riley. Shout out to all the people. Shout out to Esquire Studios. Shout out to Amari. Shout out Pat. Shout out Gordo. Shout out Outlet. Those are the guys for real.
Do you think, what's your favorite part about performing? Because you've done some performances this year. Like, what was your favorite one that you were able to do?
Definitely the 47 show. 47 show was lit. 47 show was crazy.
You guys want to do another one of that, just like that, when it starts getting warmer?
I want to do that every day.
Every day.
Like, I want to do a 47 show all the time. Like, I would love to get a bunch of people to come to a park and just vibe out, dude, and just listen to music and just talk about shit,
Do you like those type of, not necessarily like smaller venues, but I guess that like more like connected venue, you know what I mean? Since it's just like you guys in the park.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when it's different when it's at a park, because but honestly, like I would definitely love to do it in an actual studio space,
Yeah.
Like I would love to do that. But I don't know, the park was so awesome because a lot of it was people that came to watch us, and then a lot of the other side it was just a bunch of people that just happened to stop by that day and took our numbers down and started following us and listened to our music.
It's a great way to network.
Like on top of it being like a show, it was also just a straight up performance for the city, and I feel like at that moment in time, especially like in the midst of COVID, I think it was like that's why I think it was allowed, because it was just like a beacon of light, for the city. And yes, it was a small thing that happened that day when it's compared to the city, but big for whoever was there.
For your area. Yeah.
Big for whoever was there, for sure. And I definitely want to do another one of those.
You think you might want to make something like an annual type thing? Or just want to do so many of them you don't even want it to be annual, you just want it?
I want to be able to do it annually, like a Yams Day.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I think. No, not even like a Yams Day. I don't know. Like ASAP has like their own shit, right? Every year? Yeah, so like something like that. Or is it Yams Day?
The Yams Day is kind of like that, but also it's the same concept. Like Tyler the Creator has his like festival that he does where it's like yearly now.
Was that Camp Flux?
Yeah. What would you like to say to you exactly a year ago? Like the you that was entering 2021. What would you want to say to that version of Slouch?
Just chill the fuck out. Because it's never as serious as I always think it is. And it's going to be like that. Like my next year self is going to tell my this year self that. It's going to be like that inside that.
Just to chill out.
Yeah, just to chill out. Just relax. Because what happens is I stress out and then I don't do things. Because I stress out too much, so I just stop doing them.
I think that's really common. Like what would you say to, like how'd you find that you help yourself through that, and what would you say for other people who get like, whether it's like anxiety or just paranoia, you know what I mean, that intense feeling of just like you know what I mean?
Probably just surround yourself with people who are always working. Surround yourself with people that are always going to ask you questions about your life, which I'm blessed to say that I'm around, Just always having activity going on. Like, if your best friend's doing something productive and they're constantly telling you about it, you're going to feel away. So you're going to take that energy and you're going to do something for yourself. Like, you have to look out for yourself. Because, yes, people are going to look out for you, but only to a certain extent, because they also have to live their own lives. So I think surrounding yourself with a bunch of people that work hard automatically just, it kind of helps you work hard. You're surrounded by it.
Surround yourself with productivity.
Exactly.
Yeah. I guess something else I was thinking is like, when you try to look forward to this next year, like what's the things that you want to accomplish for yourself? Like it could be personal, it could be music, it could be like just life in general.
I just want to reach more people. I want to be able to reach a lot of people. I want to perform a lot more. Like, I want to make money off of this music shit. Like, for real, for real. I really just think someone just needs to, like, really just take a shot and just look at me and be like, listen, like, this kid could do 33,000 different styles. I could perform, I could dance, I could sing, I could act. You know, like, I was made for this. Like, I was literally made for this since I was a kid. So I feel like if someone with the right money and the right connections, like, they know talent when they see it, you know what I'm saying? So if they just saw that this was going on over here in New York, just some random kid in Middle Village is making Billboard hits, then they would take the shot.
Yeah.
I feel like I could really make a huge impact in the industry, in the game, not only just for music, but for the film industry. I feel like I could take over too. Like, also when it comes to, like, just art, when it comes to fashion, I have a lot of ideas. I'm a creator, so, like, I'm very ready to take on those different tasks.
Do you see yourself, like, as things progress, like, do you see yourself, like, when, let's say, when the music gets more solidified, and, like, do you see yourself also branching out on, like, doing other things? Like, would you ever want to have, like, a Slouch fashion line or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely, but it probably wouldn't be called Slouch. It would probably...
You come up with different...
It would just be like its own designer brand thing, like, come up with its own concept. Probably just 47, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm able to... But the thing is, I think, like, the New Era, I think they own them. I think they own that 47 shit, so... It probably wouldn't even be, like, 47. I'd really just come up with my own concept. You know how, like, PewDiePie has, like, his own, like, Japanese brand?
Does he?
Yeah, just fire.
He has a Japanese brand?
Yeah, fire clothing. Fire clothing. Like, he has his merch, but he has his own designer brand.
So PewDiePie's like a designer now.
Yeah, he's been for years now.
I've been sleeping.
Bro, fire clothes. Fire clothes. They're expensive. Trippie Redd just did some shit too.
Mm.
I forgot what his shit's called, but it's expensive clothes. And it's not merch, you know? It's because it's actual, like, detailed shit.
It's not like a $35 tee. It's like a $3,500.
Like, bro, like, I know color palettes too that I feel like that are very, very cool, that have different, you know, designs, different concepts. I draw a lot. I'm very, like, acid way of thinking because I have, like, that rapid, just constantly thinking about shit. So I feel like I could splash something on a t-shirt or a fucking pair of sweatpants.
That'd be fire.
Look fire.
Yeah. How much do you think, like, you were talking about just that rapid way of thinking, how much do you think, like, having ADHD, like, impacts you as, like, an artist? And how do you think, like, growing up as a kid with ADHD, and, like, do you feel like that kind of, like, shaped how you are, and, like, explain that?
I mean, I just think a lot, and, like, it's very prevalent. Like, if you hang out with me frequently, like, I'm always just thinking sporadically, you know, I'm always misplacing things, like, you know, it's just apparent. When it comes to my artistry, yeah, I guess it does help it, because I'm just rapidly thinking all the time, so I do have to, like, thank that, but also at the same time, it's like, I really think if I, like, regardless of the ADHD, like, I just do things. There are other things about me that show that I'm a creator besides, like, the way I think. It's more of just, like, my natural cognitive ability of just always just trying to put something together. Like, I think I'm just genetically made to just build shit, like, swear, or just put stuff together. So, like, when it comes to ADHD, it's like, I think everybody could get over that. You know, like, I believe I can get over that fucking thing. You know, I don't think that we need medication. You know, like, I'm an advocate towards, like, separate from that. Like, I don't think that we need medication to heal shit, really, just because, like, I guess my own personal, like, traumas with it. But I also think, like, there are different things that now we've figured out that we don't need to be taking all these, like, fucking pills, bro. Like, we don't need that anymore. It's such an outdated way. Like, it's just like how we used to give meth to people.
Yeah.
Like, back then. Like, here's a spoon of meth, and they'll fucking clean your teeth or whatever. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, ADHD people are cooler anyway. We're funnier. We're the one that come up with all the jokes. We come up with all the fucking jokes.
Everyone just copies it.
Everyone just copies it, yeah, because no one else would be even, like, be able to think of the shit that we think about. One, they'll be too scared to say it, because we say whatever we think. So, and on top of that, we're always thinking of random shit, more stuff than the average person.
Just the brain.
The brain.
What's the favorite song that you put out in 2021?
Fallen Angel.
Fallen Angel?
Yeah, bro. Described my life, my whole entire life at that point. And it describes my life, like, overall, you know? Like, I'm going to be very honest. Like, I'm a very genuine person, and I'm going to tell you, like, I'm the least far from perfect as there could be, like, you know? Like, there are a lot of things that I wish I still were able to get a hold of that I don't have a hold of because of just the way that I am, and it aggravates me. You know, and I think Fallen Angel describes those feelings and displays them very, very well. Because, you know, like, ashes from a cigarette burned on my sofa. It's 12 o'clock on the dot. Can't believe I'm sober. Like, there's literally, these are all, like, actual things that I was feeling. And, like, not being able to smoke weed. And so I would meditate, but it wouldn't work anyway. Like, that shit is all true, you know? Like, it's all about the process of growing. And Fallen Angel, like, puts that all in a box and, like, here, this is literally how it was.
Yeah. Do you think that type of music is, like, really... like, is it therapeutic for you to make?
Like that jazzy blues type of... like, that's really what it is, like jazzy blues rap.
Yeah. Or just that... or do you feel... even not even just the beat, but I guess just that, like, that style of just very... like, here, this is who I am writing. Like, the way you approach it.
It's just... it's very hard to explain how I feel when it comes to genres. Because at this point now, what I'm realizing is it's not even genres anymore. The way that I look at music. I look at music as music. Now I look at it as genre. Because that's when you start, like, putting things in boxes, and that's when you start rating and categorizing shit. No, like, I don't agree with that. I feel like music is something that you listen to, and it has a rhythm, has a tempo, has a melody. It's music. You know, like, and I feel like there shouldn't be all these different types of names, because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, of course you could, like, separate shit by, like, where they came from and stuff like that. But I'm talking about, like, when it comes to, like, just describing an artist by a genre, I feel like that's just so outdated now, because so many people could do so many different types of sounds now. Like, you know, it's the beginning of a new age. Yeah. You know, thank God, because of computers, like, we're able to do shit where we don't have to stick to one genre. Because that's the only thing we knew. Like, we could Google search how to sound differently, and we can do that shit now. So it's like...
Do you think, like... because I feel like that's kind of becoming more prominent. Like, even, like, a lot of bigger albums that get nominated for, like, awards or something, there'll be times the artist is like, yo, that's not... like, I didn't make a rap album. I made... like, that's like, I made, like, a pop-punk album. But it's, like... they put it... because it's, like, has hints of hip-hop in it, so they just shove it in certain areas.
Exactly, and then like, people get upset. We're just so stupid anyway. I don't know why we're winning awards for music. Like it's that's so dumb for me. Like, yes, accolades, like, you sold a lot of copies of the music. That's amazing. And I would be fucking happy too. But you don't need to put me on TV, like, because then people start glorifying, because then you get an ego for that. Like, I don't want to be an ego for selling music. Like, my ego, I would only have an ego towards people, like, enemies of mine. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have an ego towards a fellow person who makes music. Yeah. Like, who the fuck cares if I sold 1 million more copies than he did? His music could be better than mine. And that's all that really matters. Like, you know, like, if he's... because it's music at the end of the day that we're doing. It's not a celeb popularity contest. Well, for some people it is, but...
it shouldn't be a popularity contest.
It shouldn't be.
Who's, in 2021, who are some artists that I guess, like, you could say inspire or look up to, or, like, that you'd want to work with, or, like, be on the same level that, for, like...
well, I definitely want to work with Kasky. And, like, for real, bro. Like, if I work with Kasky, like, that would be crazy. Because he is so gifted with the pen, and he could also freestyle. And I would love to catch a freestyle vibe with him and see what we could come up with and collaborate on a freestyle. We would go fucking crazy. And if it came down to some written shit, we would destroy it, like, hit. It would be a hit. It would probably be his number one song. You know, because that's how confident I am in my verse, and I know how I know how good he is. It would literally be a number one hit. It would just... I believe that. Besides that, I would like to work with Trippie Redd. I want to see where I can go with that. We've recorded in the same studio. Like, we record in the same studio sometimes. Like, he pop out to off record in the city, and I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would definitely like to do. I've been listening to Trippie Redd for so long, and now that he's kind of doing this, he's hopping on the wave of what kids are going to be listening to now.
Yeah.
You know, and like I'm the same type of way. Like I can make music for ages because I just resonate with every sound. I'm a music guy, so I could gel with any sound.
Yeah.
I would love to make something like that with him in the future, some hyperpop shit.
Yeah, no, definitely. Do you think
Well, there's like many more. I got many other guys.
Of course, but do you think I feel like those two back to back have a very different just sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Do you think that kind of like I feel like that sums up like who you are.
As a person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, like your two lists is like like Kasky and then like Trippie.
Yeah, and then I would probably say next, like, cause like just to go off of what you mean by that, just like the versatility wise and how I just want to work with so many different people, like on top of Kasky, on top of Trippie Redd, like I would definitely love to work with somebody like Roddy Ricch.
That'd be fire.
Cause that would push my limit. That would push me, cause I never really made a song like that where I was confident in. Who else? I would love to do a song with Ski Mask. Like legends, like people that I grew up with, I would definitely like want to make music with. Like Kodak, I would definitely love to make a song. That would be crazy if I made a song with Kodak. Ye, I'll make a song with Kanye. But someone that I really think I could make a song with that'd be fire right now is like 917 Rax from New York. He's a drill rapper. He's fire. He records at off record too. I would love to work with him. There's mad people I want to work with.
Yeah, that's fire. So, I guess you have a lot of new music in demo shape right now, right? That you're getting ready for 2022. Like, do you know how much music you want to put out this year? Do you have a plan for or is it just kind of like keep on creating?
I mean, my ideas always go like in and then out, like instantly. Like I never know what I want to do. So we're thinking of Honda right now, the Honda tape. So that's going to be me and Jesse, and he's going to basically just be playing me, like the role of me, just at a younger age, which I really want to get done. But at the same time, we're working on the Jesus Name We Trust right now, and also, do I want to continue this sound that I have right now? And I kind of do. So I want to do the sound more. I want to experiment, like, how far could I take this? Like, before I really go back to I know I could do the rap. I know the rap's never going to go away. Honda can never go away because the story is too raw. You know, it's too real. Yeah. It can never go away. So before I step back into that world, I kind of want to see it. I want to exhaust this one as much as I can.
You want to write it out?
I want to write it out. You know, because I like the sound right now, and I listen to it more, honestly, than the actual hardcore rap shit. Yeah. I get spit for days, always. That's never going to leave. Yeah. But for as long as I have my rich, young voice, I want to be able to sing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sing my heart out.
When did you first? Because I remember when you first presented me with the sound. That was in August of this year, right? Does that sound right, or is it? I feel like
Silly Rabbit was August, right?
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, it was because that's when Tears on My Fendi was around
the same time, right?
Yeah, you did that back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, fuck that song. I'm so sad. The song is fire, but I might sell the lyrics to that song. I might sell that song.
The verse is fire. You said you just didn't like the beat. What did you?
I didn't like the way it was just handled, like the mix and mastering. I didn't like the way I was singing certain parts. You know, that song needs to take time.
Because do you think? I think something you talked about is kind of those first early songs that probably who even knows if they'll come out. Mm-hmm. I feel like. Do you think it was just kind of the testers because you had to figure out what to do with your voice?
Yeah, man. Basically, yeah, I guess so. Silly Rabbit was definitely. So, because they don't even know, they don't even know Silly Rabbit. Yeah. So they're not even going to have any idea. So, I don't know if I'm going to drop that song. For you guys that obviously don't know what that song is. It was one of the first songs before, I started making Mood Swings and Tammy's Sister and Twilight Zone. I made, my first real demo song of this new sound that I'm doing, and it's called Silly Rabbit. And I'm not dropping it anytime soon, but I guess those are... the demos, the ones that got me started with this new sound, definitely. My warm-up.
Do you think, what was the first song? Do you remember when it clicked? because it was like demo. You just didn't like the way you were mixing, like your voice being mixed. You didn't know how to get it.
Mhm.
You didn't. I feel like something you said to me once was your approach just changed, like the way you were attacking the beats just kind of shifted a little bit. Do you remember what song it was, or like?
Mood Swing.
It was Mood Swings.
Yeah, because I remember in the studio, I remember doing just finding the key right. Like I was singing it, and it sounded like butter almost. Like, sorry, baby girl. Like, I was hitting it perfect on the microphone. The auto tune was matching perfectly with it. Like, we didn't even really need to stretch anything or like really do some like crazy editing and stuff. So, yeah, it just sounded perfect the way that it was. Is that? Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm putting no pressure, I'm blowing the floor. They know how I get when I'm up on that court. I really get.
So, Jesus' Name We Trust music video. We haven't filmed it yet, but we have like 3 weeks or more planning. What does that really mean? Like the progression of just your music videos, like even before I existed in this whole like scheme. Like, what do you think describe like the progression of it up to this point?
Oh, tremendous. Almost from zero. You know, minus like I made my own music video, the intermission music video. And then shout out Cenzo Sinertia for helping me out with the Tangled video. That was tremendous. That was kind of the kickoff to actual like high quality music videos. No, but the growth from then to now is just astronomical. Especially even the growth from Fallen Angel to now is astronomical because of just the amount of people that we've been able to put on set, the amount of people that we've been able to get, you know, in our corner just to help us when it comes to lighting, when it comes to camera, when it comes to production, when it comes to, you know, just overall maintenance of the whole set. You know, everything just is coming together so well, and I'm just very, very happy and excited to see where it leads.
Yeah, I think it's just, I think the most important thing is like the planning process, because even still, like, I think we've just kind of grown in terms like we know what to plan, and we know, like, we both feel just more comfortable in how things go now. What's the scene you're most excited to film in the Jesus Name We Trust video?
Probably the church scene.
The church scene?
Church scene is cool just because I'm back in my, you know, old parish. You know, it's nice to be there still, regardless of like however I may feel about religion. Like, it's still nice to be in a familiar, comfortable place, surrounded by people that I love. You know, my friends and family are gonna be there, and yeah, there'll be a couple extras and a couple fans that I really don't know, like close. Still, people that are there to support me are gonna be there. The energy is gonna be astronomical in there. Yeah. I'm very, very excited for it. That's gonna be the best scene, for sure. I'm excited for that.
What do you think? Like, do you know what's after Jesus' Name? Do you have like? Do you know what goes past that?
I don't know.
Right now, it's so focused on the president, right?
Right now, I'm just so focused on Jesus' Name We Trust, honestly. And then from then on, I'm probably just going to sit low on the music and just get my name around, because having Jesus' Name We Trust out, Mood Swings, Tammy's Sister, and Twilight Zone, I feel like those are good songs to like give and, you know, start like doing shows with for a little bit, and then start building up to lead hype to an EP. Yeah. So I want to hit the networking side of my career a little bit harder this year, on top of the production, because there's just so many things that we have to do in order to maintain a career, bro. There's like, on top of the music, on top of the production, you know, everything just has to be, everything from your look to where you're going to your image, like everything just has to be on deck.
How do you want your image to evolve this year in 2022? Like, what do you want the image of Slouch to kind of?
I just want to be able to fully express me as much as I can, bro. Like, being able to express, like, my image is just being able to express me as much as I can whenever I want. You know, like I just want to be able to, like, whatever I want to put my paintbrush on, I just want to do whatever I can, possibly. Like, when it comes to the clothes, like, I want to come up with new ways to just, like, wear clothes and shit. Like, not new ways to wear clothes, but, like, kind of just cool, like, designer shit. Like, come up with my own designs. Like, come up with my own concepts and stuff, and my own color patterns, and my own pant designs and shit. Because I want to do pants really bad.
Really bad?
I love pants. I want to do pants really because I feel like I could reinvent like the way they look and shit like that. I have a bunch of ideas, but
Is it like patchwork stuff, or is it? It's not even.
it's shit like it's like you can't even like
comprehend it. Like
you have to see it drawn.
Yeah. Like you can't describe the actual physical appearance. Like you just have to.
Yeah, because it like everything moves with like the way you walk. Like it would literally move. Like the imagery would move with the way you walk. Like it's cool. I want to be able to put it on a pair of pants, so that'd be fucking sick. It reminds me of I got the idea from like I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese, but like, do you know how they use like the dragons, like ever seen Kung Fu Panda when the animals like hide under like the fake dragon?
Yeah.
And they have like the shit hanging from it. Like that's the kind of style it has. Like that very.
It's like it flows.
Yeah. I just want to be able, bro, to just bring top quality content to the people who are willing to watch, you know, like the supporters who wait day by day, hit me up and ask me about like, yo, when am I dropping new shit? You know, like I want to be able to deliver something that, you know, blows everything else that I've put out of the water. Just, you know, just as a thank you, honestly, just for the people that really do care about my stuff, you know. I feel like I owe them.
Yeah. What do you want to say to the people that don't know who you are yet?
Hi, my name is Slouch, and love me or not, you're going to see me everywhere. So, I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it.